What a great opening to a programme, eh? The reason why you saw the logo disappearing into the distance there is because I'm in Italy at the moment. I'm sitting on the bed in the hotel room. And the first 3 programmes of Visualise are all going to be on tape, which means that we get back to the studio just like last year by July 17th this year. Anyhow, the reason we're here is to see U2 and to check out U2. So first thing I'm going to do is check out the roof. Heavy rock and roll sunshine vibe here. Right, where are we? We're up on the roof. And I see beside me here on the right-hand side one fan who most likely will not get a ticket for the concert the weekend, just like thousands of others who won't either. For those who do get tickets for the concert, it's something they've been waiting for a long time. And they're not the only ones who've been waiting to see U2, because with all the media attention that goes with U2 and has gone with them in the States, they've taken this over to Europe as well. And in Europe, they decided to start by playing 2 separate venues in Italy. First one is Rome, and the second one is a small town just northeast of Bologna, which is called Modena. And here it is beside us here. Now, they play in a football stadium away over there on the far side. And when I say that it's not just the fans that want to see U2, it's also the local dignitaries, because wherever U2 play, media attention is focused on that place big time. And they know that as well as everybody else does. So the first thing they want to do is not just meet U2, not just see the concert, not just get autographs of their sons and daughters, but they also want to offer U2 the freedom of the city. And that's exactly what the Lord Mayor and the local dignitaries have done this time round in Modena.
She wants to thank you because you came to her city.
E ho preparato loro un piccolo regalo.
She prepared you a present, and that she thinks that you are very, very good. And she's very pleased that your songs are so deep and
What did you get presented with and why?
I'll find out later, and why? Because she wanted to meet us.
Do you get used to this sort of thing? Because like, you got the keys to the city in Las Vegas, right? And you get the sort of freedom of the city in some places in America.
Yeah.
I mean, like, does this mean an awful lot to you?
Well, it's definitely an honour, wherever you are, to meet the mayor, you know. We met Charlie last time we came home. That was a bit of a scam.
Well, do you have a good fun on the road these days now, seeing as you're obviously so protected from the crowd in a lot of ways? It's not as loose as it was years ago. Can you still have a good laugh?
Well, you can, because there are those times where you can just, you know, break from the routine and go off and do something different.
Yeah.
Well, leaving Meadowlands a few weeks ago, I stopped the car and just climbed out, because it was so late, like there were only about 50 people outside. Just had a chat with them for about half an hour and climbed back in the car. So it's not as bad as it might appear.
Do you know where you are all the time, and do you know what you're doing? For instance, if it's today, it must be Northern Italy. Is that it? Or?
It gets a bit like that sometimes, but of late, actually, it's not been too bad. What was really bad was when we were doing theatre tours, and literally it was every day we were in a new town. And because of the size of this production, it takes like a couple of days to set up. In fact, we've got 2 productions, one speeding on to the next town while we're here. So generally, the schedule's not too bad.
At this stage, we've got another full 12 months of touring ahead of us, and some of that is committed, some of it is under discussion, and I basically make those plans with the band, and then the organisation at any given time is advancing all those shows. You know,
Yeah.
The shows that we'll be doing in 12 months' time are in some sort of stage of preparation even now. And that work has to go on even as we are performing the shows like tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got a fairly comprehensive production office, more than any other band has. By the fax machine, we're in constant touch with the U2 Dublin office, the U2 American office. We're in constant touch with the different agencies, both Waste of Talent and Premier Talent, with the accountants, with the different promoters in each different country. They fax us venues and sites and plans and layouts. We fax them back what we want. We email to them what we want.
So are you working here in this office in relation to future European shows, not just for these Italy shows here?
These Italy shows done. We're in America.
Like 2 years ago you played your gig in Croke Park, right? But this time around it's 2 biggies at Croke Park.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, do you feel any different than you did 2 years ago, knowing the success and the publicity you've had since America?
Not really, no. We're still warming up for Croke Park, you know. We were warming up the last time we did. Obviously it's different, yeah. I mean, the fact that it's 2 nights and, you know, there's been a lot of talk about the band and all that sort of things, but, you know, it's only rock and roll.
Do you think there's too much? Well, if it's only rock and roll, then do you think there's been too much sort of emphasis on the sort of U2 as saviours?
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
This?
I mean, you know, that's the periphery. I mean, obviously it's important. The band does say things, but especially in America, I think they make an awful lot. You know, just make far too much of that side of the band. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's rock and roll. That's what it does. And for people to come along and jump up and down, that's what it's all about, you know?
Stage. This is the third open-air gig you played. You played Rome, this is the second one in Modena. So how different is this to America?
They're a home crowd, Dave. They're a home crowd. You know, it was an away game, but they were a home crowd, Dave.
And the lads give 100%?
100% on and off the field, Dave. On and off the field.
And you're not as sick as a parrot, no? You're over the moon, yeah?
No, it was great. You know, I've been eating Italian food all my life, as you know, Macari and that.
As a matter of interest, how's the mouth since the accident just before the gig in America, the first gig?
You can focus it there. It's all right. They put about 12 stitches in my chin just there, but I don't know. If I was in Duran Duran, I'd be kicked out, I suppose.
2 years ago, you conquered the world with Don't Forget About Fire, but this is a bit more of a phenomenon now at this stage. So how do you feel coming home?
You see, if you tell the truth, you look like you're not telling the truth. So, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, we've said it before. For us, it's the most important. It's more important than America, or it's more important than England or Italy or anywhere. It's where we live. And you don't want to fall flat in your face where you live, do you?